Birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, call Halayim Wahawa, Alahaina Yahaba Shemel Shai, Bisham Kodash, giving double honors to the elders, apostles, the elder bishops, a great millstone who well, peace and salutation to the elect, the first fruits, the choicest parts, that whom the Lord will have mercy upon in these times. Shalom to the speckled bird Israelite foreigners that look like the heathen nations where they mean scattered to, but lineage going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which we try to spirit by the Spirit. And it's the Spirit that bear witness with our spirit that we're children of the Most High. Shemiah Mappa is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp located here in the city of Philadelphia. I'm Lamadi Ma'ait. Come on, lesson little or we lesson. And this is just something I had caught on my feed on YouTube. Gracie Breakdown channel, in which two of the grandsons of Elio Gracie, Henner and Huron Gracie, tend to break down different events, show different techniques, and you may basically give the explanation of things. And on it, they had this clip, which I don't own any of this footage here. This is for educational purposes only. You had a struggle between I guess a Jake and these different officers, in which they had pretty much a struggle in being able to apprehend the individual and such. I actually think that a lot of mercy was given, personally. Like in the UK, they don't have I would say, that the normal police don't, are no armed. They bring, if I'm not mistaken, a particular squad, with actual guns and such. But they're a bit more merciful with their approach to apprehending certain, most suspects and such. And you have it a female and a male, and as you're gonna see in this struggle, this dude you got one dude getting out of this girl on top in a full mount, kind of got elbow control, almost a damn near modified Kimura grip. I don't know what that is, but she's controlling, and it's another officer right there. But then you got the so-called black woman right there, and she's actually on an officer, and she's pulling at the officer while they're actually doing their particular job. And like, she's actually literally intervening with their actual their business, which I'm not sure what reason for all of this, but there should be no so-called black woman intervening with this police work. And like, in these times, we're gonna see a lot of judgment that's gonna go down from the pride of Israelites in general, but of course especially the Israelite woman, because she really thinks that she, in certain instances, above even Esau herself, or himself. And the pride, it just got to go down via judgment, and that's just quite frankly what just got to go down. So this is one quick scripture, Isaiah chapter 13, and the verse I have to find in the spirit, I just kind of pulled this this clip up and just was like, man, this is insane. Let me see. I gotta find where it says judgment on the proud. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Okay? Yeah, hey, you use that. Esau, the wicked of our people, the wicked Israelite women, and they're pretty haughty. Go back to Gawa, which go back to which just means pride or haughtiness. Okay, they're proud, swelling, and you can see how puffed up. This like woman's like you. Wrong clip. You see how proud the Israelite woman is. Let me get the actual. See, I gotta find it. Pardon. Yeah, you see how proud and puffed up. This in some shorts and a Parker jacket. It goes on the hand of a police. Look, actually pushed her down, and you can see it. Like if this was, you just see everybody else just filming it, and it's all, of course, all jokes and fun. Everybody laughing. They trying to, you see, thanks to the so-called black woman, you got, she the mount position was completely, basically being lost here. And then, the other cop, I'm not sure. I guess he got like some type of back position. It looked like, but or no, he got like his neck, kind of. Yeah, he got. That's a strange. And look, they trying to, the one cop, and he weak. He weak. He not he don't even look like Israelite. He probably a heathen. It's being all soft with this so-called black woman. She like, wait, you see what he doing? And then you gonna see she gonna look. He like, I'm the authority, and they don't respect it. The other dude, he look going back. Look, perfect, going right back. He look pulling at the cop. This cop. Look at this. Push the whole cop down in front of a bus. Look, she even. You would think the so-called black woman is a martial artist herself. Look, pull, got wrist control. Pull the whole woman. Look at that. Pulled. Look. Wow. And still. Look, mess. Weave everywhere. Hot mess. Another so-called black woman probably coming out of nowhere. Look, he's like, man, get out of here. So, hey, it says British cops struggle with suspects. And this is, I guess, the statement they put up. This is what it looks like when you give someone the authority and the obligation to enforce the law without giving them the training to do so safely and effectively. I don't know the backstory, but if anyone has contact with these British officers, let them know I want to sponsor them to attend GST, which pretty much they show like different techniques for different people within law enforcement and such, military, etc. Different tactics specifically for that. These Henner and Huron at the Gracie Academy, they pretty much do and such. Now, what I saw was just a bunch of a madness there. And in the times which we're coming to, hey, that's not, the Lord ain't gonna be letting that all that freedom to go. And really, the so-called black woman, she should, um, watch your step, especially dealing with E. All right. So, hey, and we'll just let it play out and occur in real time as Jacob trouble come in. The prophecy of Jacob trouble gonna be a time like no other, and the Lord gonna bring down so much judgment. You gonna know, of course, that the wicked are finally getting their judgment. All right. So this is gonna be the book of Sirach, chapter 9, in the original King James 1611 Bible, 9 and verse 13. It says, "Keep thee far from the man that have power to kill." I repeat, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. All right, and Esau usually has a police force. They have that power to enforce the law of the land, so called, and they have backing, within, their law that supports them. If, for say, they had to take the life of a Jake, as it's said, they have the license to kill, right? So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death, right? So if you keep thee far, which most of you Jake, you should be Israelites, so-called Israelites, and you Israelite foreigners, because you got a lot of Israelite foreigners over here in UK and such, in the United Kingdom, coming out of these different nations, Nigeria and all these different African nations and Middle East and such, and they dwell in the UK, but and loads, even that, when you speak on that, loads of actual so-called, as they say, British nationals, which are true British, are really the Israelites and such, sons of the covenant and such. You go into the true English, etc. But that's another story for another time. You have a lot of these so-called British nationalists that don't like that so-called black people are in the country and really taking more rights and getting more freedoms than themselves. Okay, like you could even see, like I said, if that was America, they would have all been blown away. Everybody would have been blown to bits. All right. American cops don't play that. Y'all lucky, y'all in the UK. Okay. But like I say, for time to come, Lord, they don't make even UK to be a judgment ground. All right. But if you, of course, are wise and prudent, you would stay out of trouble, and try there's times I know that Israelites would be so-called persecuted, but a lot of times most Israelites in their conduct, they're just outrageous, okay, and don't know what they're doing. All right, they're being as wild beasts and such, okay, without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So it says, so shalt thou not doubt the fear of death, and if thou come unto him, being Esau, Edom, who has the power to kill, make no fault. Don't make an error, lest he take away thy life presently. Right? He rang judgment, which the Lord granted him as a higher power to do. All right, Romans 13. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, traps, and thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. Okay? So, you Jake get caught in an error, it's means for the consequences. Okay? It leaves that there. Okay. So I'm gonna get also this other scripture, Isaiah chapter 9. It's Isaiah chapter 9. And it says in verse 18, "For wickedness burneth as a fire, it shall devour briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Though the wrath of Yahweh is in the land darkened, and the people shall be as fuel of the fire, no man shall spare his brother." Okay? And you're gonna have mass judgment going down. Okay, I get that other scripture that I want. This is Isaiah chapter 10 in verse 5. And it says, "O Assyrian," which represents Esau, Edom, "the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation." So the Lord executes judgment via the hand of Esau. Okay? The Lord angry at an Israelite, he can use Esau, which is the sword, to bring judgment upon the Israelite. Okay? Like I said, I'm blown away that they got ability to do what all they did. And it's not wrong for me to think about that, to think that way. Alright? This is verse 6. It says, "I will send him," Esau, "against a hypocritical nation," the nation of Israel, which so-called niggas are teens in the Americas. You're supposed to be walking in light and knowledge and knowing that you shouldn't tempt the Lord. You pretty much leaving a like judgment dangling like a carrot before Esau's hand. You kind of provoking it. It says, "And against the people of my wrath will I give him charge," order to take the spoil and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Okay? To tear you up. So you understand, the scriptures tell you how the earth has been given unto the hand of the wicked. The wicked are ruling. Job 9:24. So, and the Lord gave them that staff, which the staff go back to Matah, which is basically the rulership. It's a representation of a scepter. We know they got the rulership now, and you leaving in the hand of the wicked, that is thy sword, the Lord's sword. You playing with fire. So I just wanted to pretty much bring mention to this going on. British cops struggle with suspects. Soon this ain't gonna be a thing. You're gonna see full out judgment being done, and that's to come. Just read 2nd Edges 15, 2nd Edges 16. You got Revelations, the 6th chapter. You go into I believe the pale horse, and it's not gonna be uh, fun and games. All right, and people pulling Esau off of uh, individuals. This dude got a full. He getting choked. You got a bunch of just monsters about. But that's it for the lesson. Shalom to the elect. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shalom.